In 1878, the World Congress for the Blind adopted the decision to make Braille the system of reading and writing for all visually impaired people worldwide. Its creator, Louis Braille, was a Frenchman who was blinded at the age of 3. Louis invented the system in 1824 while he was a student at the Institut National des Jeunes Aveugles, or the National Institute for Blind Children in Paris. Braille is a tactile writing system used by people who are visually impaired. It is traditionally written with embossed paper. Another Frenchman by the name Valentin Hauy was the first person to emboss paper as a means of reading for the blind. Today, Braille users can read computer screens and other electronic support using refreshable Braille displays. To this end, the Ministry of Education's Special Education Needs Unit hosted a training workshop for teachers working with students currently enrolled in the special education needs system. The workshop was hosted at the National Center for Educational Research and Development, where Special Needs Education Officer attached to the Region 4 Department of Education, Ms. Simone Abrams, alluded to the need for this type of training.
I'm Simone Abrams, and I am the Special Education Needs Officer attached to Region 4. Today, we have two groups of teachers from our special schools in Region 4. That's Diamond Special Needs, and we have the BVSEN Center. Now, we came together today to continue our Braille workshop that we would have started a year ago. Reason being, we are seeing our population growing in the special needs school, and so in order to equip our teachers with the necessary skills and so on, we've decided to have this workshop today. The objective is to build capacity and to ensure the teachers know how to relate to our learners who might be visually impaired and in their classes. So we just wanted to give them that skill of using the Braille machine to teach our learners. We see the need to have the teachers have this particular skill, right? Presently, we don't have a lot of them in the special school. But in our mainstream schools, there are children who we know are wearing glasses, and from time to time, the teachers have to move them. So we're preparing. So in the event those children have to come to us, we will have that skill already.
Braille allows for persons who are visually impaired to be given a fair chance at improving their reading and writing skills. It serves as one of the only media available for obtaining literacy for people who use their tactile sense as a primary means of gathering information in the classroom as sighted peers, for structuring sentences, spelling, formatting paragraphs, and editing. The facilitator of the workshop, Ms. Rosemary Ramit, expressed that Braille is actually considered a skill.
We are doing a continuation of a Braille training workshop where I am continuing the training of contracted Braille. So Braille has two parts to it, uncontracted and contracted. And last year, February, we did the first of the training sessions, which would be in uncontracted Braille. And now today, we're just focusing on contracted Braille. All of the participants here are teachers at the special schools. And Braille reading is very, very important in the lives of children who are blind or visually impaired. As much as we're moving towards technology, Braille still plays a vital role because it ensures literacy from a very young age, because it enables the children to know what words feel like, and it helps a great deal. So when you have children who are either blind or visually impaired entering into these special schools, these teachers now are equipped with that ability to teach the children Braille reading skills. Braille is very technical, I would say, and it comes with practice. So as much as we could do the theory here and, have some amount of practice, I do believe that it will be, enforced and continued in the special school by the teachers. And so, yes, I would say that the objectives would have been met. And the thing is that it's not only taught to children who are blind or visually impaired, but also children who are dyslexic. Because of their inability to recognize letters, Braille is far more easier for them to recognized. And I also know of sighted individuals who learn Braille for the sole purpose of reading in the night, because with Braille, you don't need any form of light or, sight, as a matter of fact. So it's definitely a skill that I think definitely needs more attention paid to it, because as I said before, as much as we're moving towards technology, Braille can never become something that is can be replaced.
The teachers who benefited from the workshop expressed their appreciation for the timely intervention and assured those skills will be put to good use.
Well, so far it has been very informative. We currently do not have any visually impaired students and diamond special needs, but because we're gaining the knowledge now, it would be beneficial to us when that time do come around, and even now that we're gaining it, we can practice beforehand.
So before these workshops, were you ever exposed to the skill called Braille?
No, I only had the knowledge of hearing about it, but never exposed to it firsthand.
It's been good. I've been learning a lot, and I hope to take back what I've learned into my school and use it.
Do you usually have a lot of interaction with children who are visually impaired?
No, my school, we currently don't have any student like that, so we're just preparing for the future. It will benefit a lot, because in the event that our school has a visually impaired child, we'll be better equipped to handle any situation in terms of using the Braille machine, understanding Braille, and also teaching that child.
For this morning, I'm at Diamond Special Needs School. Let me take you first. I'm at Diamond Special Needs School. Our population there, we do not have children who are visually impaired. And they would say, when you don't use something, you lose it. Correct. So we would have done this workshop before. And so coming here this morning again, because I would not have used all of the resources that was taught to me, I was kind of a little, unbalanced. But Miss did an excellent job in refreshing my memory and so on. So I could say that I'm kind of back on track. So it's very informative, it's educational, and what I would advise is that, coming to these workshops, you must put it into practice in order, to keep it flowing, in order to remember, right? Because I would mostly deal with children with sign language and those children who, hearing impaired, and those who have learning difficulties. So that would be my feeling working along with my colleagues. But Braille is not something that we would do at our school. So in order to have this going and to keep, my brain's alive with it, I think I have to put it into practice more. So I was telling my colleague, when we get back to school, we need to get our Braille up, and we can do it in our, little sessions so that we can keep it flowing and always keep remembering. So when sessions like these come, we're on par, and so we could continue where we would have left off. Because of our population in Guyana, we have different persons who are visually impaired, who are hearing impaired, and they have the low vision and so on. So apart from sign language, which I know and which I would have learned, Braille is also practical. And as my little unbalanced this morning, being little unbalanced, it's, I think now I would advise, persons out there to, just to get involved, because we do not know when the time may arise when we could help somebody who, is visually impaired. Apart from, helping them on the road, leaning them on the right side and so on. We might just come into contact with them. We may have to read something. So, yes.
All in all, Braille is used in everyday communication. And as a literate blind or visually impaired individual, it assures a special kind of independence to those skilled in its usage. Individuals that are visually impaired deserve this chance at equality, and this is something that Braille as a skill provides.